And so today we get to start pulling back the curtain on that.
And I'm going to embrace my inner Scarrow and ask, Robbie, is there a Vidoc?
Yeah, so you all asked for
No
it.
shot.
You're going to get it. We're about to play a Vidoc. That is our first look at the Lawless Frontier. You're stepping into a world of criminals, shady deals,
Lock in.
with an arsenal at your disposal that
Lock
you'll only
in.
be able to find within a black market here that's emerged within Seoul. And so, yeah, let's take our first look at Renegades.
Lock in. Vidoc time, baby. Yo!
Seeing how stunningly Star Wars it felt was
Oh! You can throw the lightsaber!
And I just annihilated the encounter.
Huh?
Squeezing that trigger and feeling that blaster just go off, it was like a whole new world opened up for me.
Are they
Something
on?
really special.
What?
That we haven't really done in Destiny before.
That ignition, that hiss, that sound.
Oh!
oh, it was like that. Okay.
Okay, I'm excited. They have the freaking thing in the hole in the floor. Mars.
We begin in the shadow.
Oh my god.
It says our end
There's
is
no
our
way.
It's here we draw a line in the sand where we start the long journey to fight our fate. In Renegades, Guardians infiltrate a criminal underworld to save a friend whose past has caught up with them and disrupt the rise
Drifter.
of powerful new enemies. In special collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, we took inspiration from Star Wars to craft a one-of-a-kind
That's
Destiny
crazy,
story.
bro.
Renegades redefines
That's
what
actually
expansion can be. It brings the grit,
crazy
guns,
cool.
and glory of a space western to Destiny.
Oh
but
my
Renegades
God.
isn't just about power. It's about what you're willing to risk to change the future.
Drifter has form?
The folks at Lucasfilm were such great collaborators. They understood that in order for this to work, we had to find where the Venn diagram of our two stories meet. Themes of underdogs rising up against something much larger than themselves. Themes of hope. Those little places in that Venn diagram were the ones that really helped us find the story that we want to tell together.
If you look at Star Wars and you look at Destiny, you
Brother.
can kind of see that parallel that exists.
That's so
for instance,
cool.
Our Dredgen, they're our Sith.
Pretty Sithy.
Yeah, and then you've got the Barrett Imperium, and they are very, very
Barrett
Empire-like.
Imperium?
They have a huge appetite for expansion.
Yo!
I think of the Praxic Order. They're our Jedi in this release, and they are.
Are we gonna
very
meet the
focused
Praxic
on
Order?
Order and law,
No
and
shot.
understanding that there is a binary in our universe of good and evil. We get to poke at that a little bit in a way that
Yes, please.
suits our story and our world.
Yes, please.
While still feeling very much like the inspiration that we're calling from. Edge of Fate leaves us with a really big pass forward into the future. We know of this prophecy now that tells us that we need to bind the Nine or we face extinction. And Drifter was there on Kepler. He saw all of this.
Not running from this one.
Drifter is convinced that there's a connection between the Nine and the rise of this new faction, the Barrett Imperium. He sees them rising at an unnaturally fast rate and is insistent that there's a problem. But the Vanguard
Holy
isn't listening. They're insisting that he needs to stand down.
So the Vanguard are once
The cool
again
thing about
stupid.
this criminal underworld is you and Drifter and your crew, you come in at the bottom, and at the top, there's the Barrett Imperium. You need to work with all these crooked criminal syndicates in between. Earning
Yo!
your power, building up the notoriety, getting the gear that you
Huh?
need to take down that powerful Imperium at the top.
There's a weapon that the Barrett Imperium have
Wait.
made, and we need to be the ones to destroy
Wait.
it. And we're not
Why was
going
it
to be able
red?
to do that.
That's not a
unless
new
we
subclass
work with
element,
exactly
is
the
it?
kind of people that we normally fight. So we're going to head out to the lawless frontier, and one job at a time, we're going to take down the Imperium.
The Lawless Frontier is filled with big, chaotic, cooperative activities.
That's a
You're
giant
gonna choose the job, you're
hobgoblin.
gonna choose which renegade abilities you're gonna take into those jobs, and then
Renegade
you're gonna drop into
abilities?
the action with your team, smash up those objectives, get as many riches and treasures as you can, and then get out or die trying.
To do that, you're going to go to the Lost Frontier Hollow map. You'll see Mars, Europa, and Venus with swamps that are very reminiscent of Dagobah. There's some hints of Hoth in Europa, right?
Yeah.
For fans of both Star Wars and Destiny, like Mars which is some pits that are very reminiscent of Sarlacc pits. When you don't want to fall into them, you'll die.
These are Destiny locations. It's just we're taking inspiration from some of these iconic places in Star Wars.
That's
Say
really
we
cool,
go to
honestly.
Mars, and you're gonna pick a bounty hunting job for the Fallen to take out some Cabal. And then you either matchmake with people online, you take your crew with you, you can play solo. Every time you drop in, you might be in a different location on the map. Your objectives are gonna be a little different each time, and it also might be a different time of day, so there's a lot of variety and richness within these activities as we want them to be highly replayable. Along the way, we're gonna throw a bunch of curveballs. You might run into a missile tower that's trying to take you out from halfway across the map. And you have to like divert and take it out, and you get some extra credits out of that. Defeat your boss, get to the exfil with whatever time you've got left. Call your ship in. All hell drops in on your head from the Cabal. Your ship flies in. You hop aboard, and you got to exfil.
Over the course of the
So an
campaign
extraction
and
mode?
deep into the post-game of Renegades, you're going to be unlocking and earning a bunch of different Renegade abilities.
We got things like airstrikes, Cabal drop pods, vehicles like the Cabal walkers, interceptors, swoop bikes, turrets. We've got 9 abilities, 7 upgrades.
Night
There's a ton
abilities.
of stuff that you can bring in and just change how things play.
It's like a tech tree of options.
It's like a whole tree of options across support, defensive, and offensive abilities. So the player's going to have a lot to play with here.
The Lawless Frontier
Right.
isn't just about raw power. It's about influence. Shady backroom deals,
Whoa.
working for these powerful syndicates and against them at different times. And all of this takes place at the heart of the criminal underworld in Tharsis Outpost.
No way, bro.
The Vanguard have been preoccupied. They've been off saving the world, and they haven't been looking at Tharsis. It's changed a lot since the last time we were there.
It's now this
There's
thriving
no
black market, this criminal underworld.
What?
Tharsis Junction became Tharsis Outpost. If you have an unsavory
That is so
job that you need
sick.
done, you can find it at Tharsis Outpost.
Tharsis Outpost feels appropriate for both Star Wars and for us. When we looked at Mos Eisley as inspiration, we knew that we could play in that playground in a really fun way.
That is
From the
so
ghosts that you'll see floating
sick.
around to one Elixni with all 4 of his Elixni arms shaking up drinks. We took that inspiration and we found the Destiny spin on it. Criminal syndicates have moved in.
You're working with the syndicates. You are building your notoriety with them.
The 3 different syndicates
Factions?
that we created, we're going to be dealing with. The Pikers are Elixni. They're kind of like an anarchist.
Oh
biker
my god,
gang.
it is factions?
Unlike other Elixni, they're atheists. They don't worship machines. They follow
Oh.
relics. We've also got the Totality Division, a subset of the Barrent Imperium. They're run by Scions, and their enforcer Rao is going to be the leader of this group. And we've got Tharsis Reformation. They are a
Vex.
breakaway group from Maya's Vex. They're starting to think for themselves and figure out what it means to be an individual.
They're starting to do crime. They're
That's
they're wearing
so
clothes.
cool.
Crime and wearing clothes are what all
What?
individuals do. We need to have new people to fight and new people to root for. And this was our opportunity.
That is so sick.
But the heart of the Renegade fantasy is not just surviving the Lawless Frontier. It's garnering influence and building your power so that you can bend it to your will.
In the end game, to get the best weapons, the best armor, the coolest exclusive cosmetics, you're going to need to work with the syndicates to increase your notoriety by completing
So they're
jobs
factions.
successfully alone or with a crew, and then doing so.
And that's
to
the first
unlock
time we're going
our
inside of a
highest risk,
spaceship
highest
in
reward jobs.
10 years.
And at the same time, you're going to have the ability to do the special job that'll take you off planet to the dungeon.
Dungeon. Oh yeah, we're getting a dungeon this expansion.
And you'll also
That's-
unlock Invasion.
That's right, Invasion is back. But this
What's
doesn't
in-
work like Gambit. It's opt-in. The invader has some initiative when invasion begins. This is more strategic.
You scan the battlefield.
What?
And you're like, okay, is this the right time for me to take the shot? And what's the
What?
right tool for me to do it? Do I use an airstrike or a vehicle? Do I use a Cabal walker?
Just watch out for that double cross.
Yeah.
So Gambit's now Invasion? and you can go in and mess with
Renegades
other
marks the
people's.
Guardian's descent into a criminal underworld. A world
I
of
need more info.
shadows and syndicates, where your light and your choices will cut a path forward. You'll fight dirty, break the rules, and build a hardened crew that can take on any job, standing up
There's
to
the
the most
lightsaber, bro.
ruthless syndicates in the system.
Oh, the coin flick, brother. Can we see lightsaber gameplay? Oh, there it is! Oh,
Even in the darkest corners of this world, there's still a glimmer of hope.
Oh,
Guardians will have
that's
to
so
find their
sick.
own version of balance between loyalty and survival, between power and purpose. Because there's more at play than credits and contracts. Forces are on the move. Ones that see you
Yo!
not just as a player, but as a piece on the board. To change the future, you'll have to become the one thing they never saw coming.
This might be peak. Who are you?
Start the engines. Take off as soon as you can.
That's a red lightsaber. That's a... Can I get the red lightsaber? I would love a red lightsaber.